Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Mirren Star Legends video, and we had our first update since this game has come out. Well, first major update. So let's go ahead and talk about what we're getting, and then we'll deep dive into the game. Well, first off, we did get a new limited summons, 5-star Outlander Callie. So we'll talk about that, and we'll look at also some of the other summons, but that's the biggie, the new limited summons. We also have a new limited event called Glow Hidden in Dust. We'll take a closer look at that also. Some new divine packs, Aster outfits, as well as new sanctuary cards. Some bug fixes, fixed the incorrect score displayed in the endless stages of Abyssal Realm bosses, and fixed the issue where damage was calculated incorrectly in battles. And we got a bunch of optimizations, a lot of quality of life, which are going to be very nice. They added a one-tap feature to deploy Asters when setting up a team, added a story skip setting, so now you can choose to permanently skip all stories. You added a one-tap feature to unequip all runes, which is nice. Added a quick lineup button to the Aster list interface. Added a switch button to the relic interface to optimize the upgrading process. You can now choose to reset the talents for a specific class. Optimize the Aster ascension and upgrade process. Required materials can now be automatically obtained from select packs. Optimize the Aster reset feature. Upon resetting, ascension and skill upgrade materials will now be automatically converted into select packs. Added a feature to the leaderboard to view other players' lineups. Added a feature where order crystals can be used as a substitute when you have an insufficient amount of mana crystals for transaction. Let's go ahead and hop into the game and actually take a closer look at what we've just discussed. So there is our new Raid Up Limited banner. So we've got Outlander Callie. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this actual character. It's described as a buff, survive, ENG boost, attack boost. It's a class for Faithbringers. And let's go ahead and look at this skill set here. The first one we have is Scattered Petals. Target all enemies, resilience damage 67.2% of attack, regular damage 148.7% of attack, restores 53 ENG, inflict Cyan Radish on all Novas. If the Nova's HP is greater than 70%, it inflicts Green Radish on all allies. If the Nova's HP is less than 30%, inflicts Purple Radish on all allies. When casting with 300 energy, inflicts Rainbow Radish on all allies. Guess we need to take a closer look at what these are. So, Cyan Radish is damage reduction plus 21%, lasting for 2 actions. Green Radish is HP plus 21% for 2 actions. Purple Radish is grants a shield equal to 10.5% of HP. And Rainbow Radish is damage reduction, HP, both of those, and the shield. So, very nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next skill. That is Heart of Divine Beast. Targets all enemies. Resilience damage 67.2% of attack. Regular damage 148.7% of attack. Restores 53 ENG. Inflicts Red Radish on all Novas. If enemies have at least 5 debuffs stacked, inflicts Orange Radish on all allies. If no enemies have debuffs, it inflicts Yellow Radish on all Novas. When casting with 300 ENG, you get Blue Radish on that one. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Red Radish is an attack plus 21% for 2 actions. Orange increases burn effect, corrode effect, shock effect by 23%, lasting for 2 actions. That is nice. We've got for yellow, crit plus 21%. And for blue, we've got an attack and crit boost. You get the increased burn effect, corrode effect, shock effect. and that also lasts for 2 turns. Really nice. So your first one is more protective, your second one is more offensive. Let's go ahead and look at Bunnic Legacy, the passive. Outlander Cali provides Bunnic Legacy to all Novas. What does that do? It blocks 1 debuff. This effect can trigger at most once every 3 turns. If Outlander Cali's Nova is defeated, all Novas lose Bunnic Legacy. Outlander Cali also grants all Novas a 9.5% bonus of attack. This effect is applied once every 3 turns. The refinement for this character, the skill is Auspice Blessing, and basically it is going to give you Black Radish. When dealing regular damage, deals extra 5% true damage to enemies for 2 actions, and of course you're going to get stat boosts, and that blessing is going to increase, and at 5 stars, if you're lucky enough to want to spend that much, it is going to give you an ENG restore plus 3% up to 8 stacks. Definitely a nice support type character. It's kind of a toolbox character where it's kind of got a little bit of everything. Question is, how good does it do it? Because it does a little bit of everything, that only time will tell with some testing, but definitely an interesting character to consider a look at. Again, without pulling it yet and testing it out, hard to say if it's one that you got to get. I'm guessing not, but again, I have a preference for support characters in games. They usually last longer, you get more utility out of them versus DPS, but it's really going to probably be based on what your team already is doing, if you have any open slots at this point. We've got Glow Hidden in Dust is our event. I have a feeling this is going to look very similar to our prior event, but we're going to have our story area as you open all that up. Merit Hall is going to be your mission area, so make sure you're doing that daily if you're playing this game. And you've got your summit sign-in, which is probably like last time. Yep, 7-day login to claim some stuff there, so that's nice. And then of course we have our 3 down there that is going to be what we're going to be doing. So we're going to have 2 story modes, of course, and then our last section, which is our boss battles, so to speak. So again, if it's anything like last time, the store was great in that one, and it looks not much different this time, so highly recommend playing through it and focus on what you need for your account. Well, we got 3 pulls here. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Let's see what happens if we get lucky enough to get this character out of the gate. My guess is we won't, but hey, let's be a little bit more optimistic, right? And that is a fail on the first one. Let's go ahead. We're going to close that out. No, we do not need to buy anymore. And our next one. Nope. Oof. Yeah, why do I feel this will be a pity character, so it's going to take a little time to be able to get all the way to 70, but we'll give it one more shot here. Maybe we'll spend a little bit of the currency with it too. Is there a possibility of a fake out? Not a chance. We'll give it one last shot. Fingers crossed, can we do it? So we can do a little testing. No, unless we got a fake out, but we did not. Oh well, we actually do have enough to do one more, so why not? Let's see if we can get, oh, let's see, will we get it? And looking pretty likely. We did. Alright, now we can do a little testing, mess around with this character, and circle back around with you guys. Very happy about that one. So that's going to wrap it up. So new event, new limited character, some quality of life updates. Not bad at all. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.